Hello, Lisa Casey here. We're on GoGuardian today, and I'm going to show you how you might want to set up one of your scenes, especially if you're looking at video conferencing with students using Google Meet. So I'm in GoGuardian. I'm going to go ahead and log in using my Google account. And once I do that, you should see all of my classes pop up automatically. So GoGuardian automatically rosters all of our students and enrolls all of our students, so we have access to all of the classes that we teach. So all of your students are automatically rolled in here, so I can see all the classes that I taught last semester. If I open one up, I have these different options. I can start a session. So if I haven't scheduled it in advance, I can come over here and I can say, well, we're going to meet on Google Meet for 1 hour. And I might apply a scene to the session. For now, I'm going to keep it as none. And if I want to start that session, if I'm ready for students to log on and I want to monitor their computers during our conversation, I can go ahead and start that session. Otherwise, if we come down here to the settings, we have these different options. And if I know that every Monday at 10 o'clock, I'm going to have a scheduled Google Meet, I can go ahead and add a scheduled session. So I can select what days of the week I want it to repeat, and I can select the start and the end time. So if I know we're going to meet from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. every Monday, I can go ahead and add that schedule, and automatically GoGuardian will start that for me and automatically keep track of student computers. So that's for my night skills class. That's a schedule I've set from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. Now I have to keep in mind that if this is not the actual schedule, if I apply a certain scene to it, if for some reason we can't meet, GoGuardian will still run this session anyways. So we have to keep in mind when we want it actually turned on and turned off. I don't actually want GoGuardian to monitor my students all summer long, so I have to make sure to turn that off before our schedule changes. So that's how to set a schedule, and you can do so for all of your other classes. So this is just for night skills, but I could set a schedule for any other class that I want to. And if I am unsure of the time, or if it changes a lot, or if it's an impromptu meeting, I can go ahead and start a new session right here. In order to set scenes, there's this button over here. And I'm going to go ahead and add a scene as if we were going to have a Google Meet class discussion. We're going to have a video conference, and I'm going to ask students to collaborate or talk, or we might have breakout rooms. So I'm going to call this one Google Meet. And to just kind of keep it easy, I'm going to come down here and focus on the tab management. So I can automatically open a tab for students once GoGuardian turns on. So if we're meeting on Google Meet, I'm going to want them to go to classroom.google.com. If I add that tab here, that means that automatically pops up for students as soon as my GoGuardian session is active. So that pops up for students, and that is what they see on their computer. And down here, I have the ability to limit how many tabs they have. So this can be frustrating for students because it will close out tabs. If I limit it to 2 tabs and they have 17 open, only 2 tabs stay, and one of them is going to be Google Classroom. But it is really helpful because if we're on Google Meet, really students only need 2 tabs open. So this kind of keeps students redirected back to the conversation, back to the topic at hand, and kind of minimizes their ability to get distracted during your conversations. So this tab management and the automatically opening the tab for students is really helpful. Here are these filters you can add if you want to. You can block all other websites except for Google Meet or Google Classroom or Google Documents, whatever you want. Or if you allow it, it's a little bit more general, and you're allowed to give access to students except for certain sites. So if we save that scene, here it is, it pops up Google Meet. And so when we go to a classroom, we can automatically add that scene in because I know we're ready to Google Meet. And that hopefully will help you with your GoGuardian. Thanks so much for